Okay, so a file, if you talk about a file, is basically just a collection of programs, instructions, or data, okay? And we treat it as a single unit, and we store it on some sort of permanent storage device, okay? File Explorer is a tool that we use in Windows, and we use this to find, view, and manage the contents of your computer, right? So this is something, File Explorer in Windows 10, okay? It gives you a preview pane or a details pane, okay? This is your navigation pane down here. So right now we're currently looking in classes, which is in OneDrive, classes, and then nutrition. We call this our file path. The way you want to view your icons is here. So they've chosen large icons, so things look like this. They just clicked once on Food is Medicine, which then popped up here in the preview pane. So this is really something cool that Windows 10 has come out with. When you go to name your file, first of all, it's smart to call it something that you're going to actually remember and realize like what it is. Okay, don't just call it paper, right? You're going to call it Homework 1, CS 101 or something, okay? Or the rules that I told you as far as naming conventions. And then at the end of the file name, you're going to have what we call a file extension, which just tells you what type of file it is. So here's a list of extensions. This is by no means comprehensive, but it's just to give you an idea. Okay, .docx is a word processing document. Here's one you guys are familiar with. .pdf is a portable document format. So all different types of file types. Okay, and that just tells you what type of file you have. Continuing on with organizing your files, you can copy, you can move, you can delete files. Once you're done with stuff, delete it, get it off your machine. All right, drag it to the recycle bin, right click on it, click move to trash. All right. File compression utility. When we talk about file compression, basically you're taking a large file and you're shrinking it, you're compressing it into something smaller. Sometimes you may have too large of a file that you're trying to email to someone, and so what you can do is compress it and see if that shrinks the size down so that you can now actually, email it to someone. Makes it easier and faster to send the files. And all of your OSs come with the built-in file compression utility. Okay, here's one here. You select what you want to zip together. Okay, click on zip here, and then the compression size here is going to show. So the original file was 2,654 kilobytes, compressed down to 206 kilobytes. So basically like 1/10 of the size. Okay, that's a big difference. And now this turned into something you're actually able to email, whereas this is too big. Right? So zip is found on the Share tab in File Explorer. Right? Utility programs are, again, part of the system software, and they're incorporated in with the OS. Okay? There's firewall and file compression utilities, excuse me. Firewall is for security, to keep sort of unwanted data from kind of coming through into your machine. There's standalone utility programs, so antivirus and security programs. Okay. There's also freeware versions of all of those as well. System performance utilities include Disk Cleanup, Task Manager, and the Disk Defragmenter. Disk Cleanup is my favorite. You can just do a little search for it in the start bar, and it's going to pop this up. It'll take a couple minutes, maybe, if you haven't done it in a while. It searches for files that you can delete. It'll tell you can clean up to however much amount of disk space. So on this one, it's 1.11 gigs. As you scroll down here, okay, It'll tell you if you click on each one, it'll give you a description. So temporary internet files, it tells you what it is. Okay, tells you the space freed with your current selections. If you were to click on this, maybe it'll push you over along with something down here to the 1.11 gigs. Another utility program would be file history. Okay, file history is off by default, so you need to go in and turn it on if you would like that to happen. You'll also need to have some sort of external drive in order to do this, and this is in Windows. So go into settings, go into backup, and then go into backup using file history, turn it on, okay, and then you'll set up backup. All right, there's also system restore, which takes your system back to a place in time that it was before. I'm sorry about the laughing children. Accessibility utilities are also included with your operating system, and these are designed for users with special needs. We talked about the adaptability and accessibility in Chapter 2, I believe. Okay, and so you have a magnifier, you have a narrator, high contrast, okay, so it inverts the screen colors for vision impaired individuals, an on-screen keyboard, which allows you to type with the pointing device, speech recognition that allows you to dictate text and control your computer by voice. And that brings us to the end of Chapter 5. So please go ahead and email me with any questions, do homework 5, and that's it. Thank you.